It's currently 6 p.m. and I still haven't ate anything. So starting off the day with these they're like salami cheese plate things. I don't know what they are or like whatever, I don't know. Get them from 7-Eleven, super fire. So I'm gonna eat that and then resume what I was doing yesterday on the transmission tunnel. I wish I would've got more done, but I wasn't able to, so sorry about that. But today, hopefully the transmission tunnel is done and I can get it all riveted back in and all together and then start prepping the interior for paint. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to paint it because I think Carlos is still coming tomorrow. So probably not this weekend. It'll probably be on like Monday or Tuesday when I'll start repainting everything, and then I can fully reassemble the car and then hopefully drive it as soon as possible. So like I said earlier, this hole needs to be bigger. I don't really want to cut too much more forward here, but definitely take off maybe like 1.5 inches off the back. So now obviously that little center plate is cut out of the top of the transmission tunnel, and I'm gonna set this in the car so I can kind of explain what I'm making and why I'm doing it. So now you can see that there's the big hole in the back right there. There doesn't need to be a big hole in the front, it's just the back because the transmission, when you pull it out, has to slide back obviously because of the input shaft, and you don't wanna have to drill out all of these rivets and pull the whole trans tunnel off every single time you do this. So you make a plate like this. This is just what I cut out though. You make a plate like this and it slides up and over the top like that, and then it bolts in. So then I'll have like bolts, like maybe riv nuts on all 4 corners, and then you just unbolt it, pop this off, and then you can slide the trans out super easily. So I went ahead and marked this plate out exactly where I want to cut it. It'll make it like probably 2.5 inches shorter, and that means that I can now mount my e-brake on my trans tunnel so it can get out of the way of my gas pedal. Both plates are now trimmed down, and I'm gonna get some sandpaper, sand down the edges just so it's a little bit more smooth. And then I think we're good to connect it to the trans tunnel, and then I can start getting the perfect height that I want on the transmission. I have to use a sanding disc because it's all I have. It's really annoying. I threw out all my sandpaper on accident.
3 days later.
You know, just a couple of vloggers. We got Justin, we got Jason using my laptop.
You dig?
Your boy Quavo, you dig? No, not funny.
It's super funny.
Dude, that's dummy funny.
It's dumb funny.
That's
stupid
dummy
funny.
stupid. So now it is time to continue the video that you guys were already just watching right now, but finishing the transmission tunnel. So I need to pull the car out of the FT. I need to pull the car out of the trailer. It's still connected from last night, so that's nice, but gonna be annoying to have to pull it out. And then finally I can have that transmission tunnel done, so then when Carlos comes back to wire the car on Sunday, I believe, then it'll literally be probably ready to go because I'm gonna be putting my clutch back in. I don't know if you guys know, but the trans is in without a clutch. Kind of annoying, but we had to put it in there just so the tunnel could get like somewhat made because the clutch, it was my fault. I misaligned it, it was my fault. But we're gonna be redoing that on Saturday. So I'm hoping like Sunday the car will start up and drive, but I still don't have a windshield, so I'm not gonna really be able to do some rips. But the last part for the FC showed up today, and I'm beyond excited because then this thing will finally drive. Jason has never driven it or been in a rotary car, so that'll be super cool. I think we'll make a video on that. 4 miles until empty, literally the story of my life. I'm almost running out of fuel all the time. So now my plan is with this is I'm gonna rivet the 2 plates to the transmission tunnel so that I can set that inside the car and figure out exactly the height that I want it to be. Trans tunnel is now all riveted together. Now we can go throw it inside, make sure it fits in the right spot that I want. I can show you guys how much shorter it is compared to how it used to be. Now you guys can see how much more room I have right here. These are the old rivet holes in the chassis, so it's for sure I would say 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches of just like more clearance. And then now I can cut off this e-brake mount right here and make it all smooth and everything. And then I'm gonna weld a plate that goes in the side of the trans tunnel to the floor so it's more like rigid because this shit is way too flexible. And if I pull my e-brake, it's just gonna end up bending the metal. So I'm gonna cut that off. I'm not gonna drill the new rivet holes until this is painted. and because I'm not gonna be able to line everything up without putting new rivets in because I don't have those Cleco clamps. But I think we're gonna take the trans tunnel off now and spray it with some paint, wipe it down with some brake cleaner and stuff, make it all clean, and then we will do the final assembly once it's painted and I don't have to take it out again. So that's gonna be super cool. So I think I'm gonna throw some paper down and do that now. The first coat of primer is done now, and I think I'm gonna do another coat. On the transmission tunnel, I am gonna wet sand it. I was talking to Jason, he talked me into it. So they're gonna go get some food while I wet sand this and kinda like figure out what else I wanna do to the interior. I might cut out that e-brake plate that was already previously there. But yeah, so another coat on this, wet sand it, and then spray it with the actual gray, the same color gray as the roll cage and everything. And then we got your boy Jason Melby back there trying to vlog and take my content. You know, it's all good, trying to take my content. Nope. It's all good. If you guys wanna see him steal my content, in the description below. Behind the scenes, behind the scenes. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding again. It is there. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. It's there. Is it there? It's there. FMS, fat motherfucker. Fat motherfucker. This is all dry now, so now I have this water bottle and I drilled a hole in the top because I don't have a spray bottle. Justin gave me that idea, and then I'm just gonna spray it across the top and start wet sanding it so I can give it some real paint. All prepped, now time to paint. The trans tunnel is looking insanely good after that second coat of paint. I did it like extra glossy so you can really see how well it looks, but I'm like super stoked on it. I really wanted to put it in the car tonight, but it's still a little bit sticky and tacky, and I'm gonna have to drill new holes for the rivets and everything, so it's really not worth scratching it and messing it all up. But I dismounted this old e-brake, and that is the plate that I'm gonna have to cut off so I can put this new ASD one right up in here, and it's gonna look like literally a million times better than it did before. That's not staying up. Okay, there we go. It's gonna look a million times better than it did before. And then also, I wasn't gonna paint the trans tunnel, but I decided I'm going to, just because everything on the car is now becoming very, very legit, and I want it just to be perfect. So I'm not gonna repaint like the floorboards, because those are perfectly fine. I just wanna get rid of this sticky stuff. So tomorrow I'm gonna spend my time masking off everything with like paper and blue tape and just making it extra, extra nice and cutting out that thing like I said earlier. And then once that is all painted, then we can put the new trans tunnel on and throw the dash in and kind of see how everything looks all together. So tomorrow you'll kind of get a better picture of what the car is gonna look like complete. I'll probably end up throwing my bucket seat in there too, just to get like a real feel and idea of what it's all gonna feel like together. So I'm super, super excited for that. But I'm sorry if it was a shorter video. It's getting super late. It's like 1 in the morning and I still have to edit for yesterday's video for you guys. So I'm gonna go to bed now, but thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.